Hello and good evening everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Mr. Mark and this is going to be the first of a series of really interesting science videos about questions that you, my lovely students, have always wanted to know the answer to. So the idea of this is a new idea, is that you will email across to me a series of questions that you've always wanted to know the answer to, things you don't really understand, and I will explain them. It could be anything at all to do with science whatsoever. And so if you email me, markreeve82@gmail.com, or if you want to email me at school, mark.reeve@vuntal.sis.edu.vn, and I'll go to and answer them. Right, so let's, no further ado, let us kick off with some of your questions. And the first question we're going to start off with is a question from Kwong in IGCSE 1 here at Singapore International School. And his question was, what is the formula for calculating gravity? This is a nice easy one to begin with. This one was actually first worked out by a chap called Sir Isaac Newton back in 1600s, there or thereabouts. And his equation looks a little bit like this, where the force is equal to gravitational constant multiplied by m1 and m2 all over r squared, and m1 is mass of object 1 and m2 is the mass of object 2, and r squared is the distance between m1 and m2. Now notice this follows an inverse square law, whereby the force is inversely proportional to the square of the radius. So basically, as the radius, if the distance between objects doubles, the force falls by a matter of r squared, i.e. becomes 4 times as small. This multiplies by 3. If this becomes 3 times bigger, then the force becomes 9 times smaller, and so on and so forth. So this basically means that the force of gravity gets a lot smaller the further away you are, the two objects are away from each other. So there we go, that's our first question.